Well, I wanted to thank everyone for coming out. We really appreciate you. Thank you for taking some time out on this first Friday, taking time out of your busy schedules. We really appreciate everyone that's here. And we don't want to waste too much of your time, but I wanted to share, I am Gretchen Sips. And I am the chairwoman for Friends of Jessica Renslow. I happily took the position, it is a volunteer position, because I really believe in what Jessica Renslow stands for. Not only is she my friend, but she garnered my friendship because I saw her heart and her integrity. She's a hard worker, and that's what I'm a builder and I'm a hard worker myself, so it's hard to find people who really will go that extra length. And she has done that. Also, she has crossed, to me, cultural and ethnicity lines. I always have told her when we started working together with Real Spotlight that she opened some doors that I necessarily didn't feel welcome at. And that to me is my, that speaks volumes of her character and speaks volumes of just what kind of family she came from, what her upbringing was, and what she carries on throughout the community. We also, definitely bonded over education. I come from a family of educators, and she has multiple degrees in education. But what we found was that a lot of times people were confused or just didn't understand because of lack of education. And it's lack of education of laws, lack of education on what is actually, from garbage pickup to where do you take this when you don't need it anymore, to where do you go and enroll your kids to school. Just those basic things. People don't realize, they think that some people are just not playing their part in the community, but a lot of times it's lack of education. And so education goes so many places. And that is one of the things that Jess and I have really sort of taken a stance on, is that let's just educate folks. If nothing else, let's educate folks. So without further ado, of course, because I can go on and on, I really can. Can you all join in a round of applause and welcome.
So I am a digital native, so I've got my speech here in case I need backup notes. But here's the funny thing about when you live in Gary and you love Gary. You often get asked why. Why Gary? Why move back to Gary? Why encourage businesses in Gary? Why bring tourists to Gary? I get asked this all the time, and you know what I say? Why not? Because here's the thing, and everyone knows this. If Gary goes, the whole region goes.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
And we're in this together, and we got to fight for this.
That's right.
Because here's the thing. It's going to take an entire community to rebuild this city. It's going to take true collaboration and teamwork to get this done. I grew up here. I grew up here right in the heart of Indiana District 3, here in Gary's beautiful Miller community. I spent a lot of time with family and friends in Lake Station, Hobart, and Hammond. But eventually, I went out and I went exploring. And I found out something kind of funny. Whether I was in San Remo, which is on the Italian side of the French Riviera, I kind of was reminded of this little part of Gary, with its beaches and its quirky vibrancy. Or if I was over studying in Brigands, Austria, on Lake Constance, it reminded me of Hobart and Lake George. And when I was stationed up by the Japanese Ministry of Education in Kamikawa-ku, which is flanked by blue and green trails and little working class towns, it reminded me of Lake Station. So no matter where I went, the region was always with me. Woo! Yay! Woo! Woo! So I decided to come back in 2015. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to disagree with Thomas Wolfe. because you can go home again. And here's the funny thing, it can be even better than you remember. When I see what we've been able to accomplish in less than 3 years, I know that the best is still yet to come for Gary. When I go cruising through Lake Station and discover little gems like the Fox Gallery, it makes my heart happy. When I hang out in Hobart and I marvel at all they have to offer, like over 1,000 acres of green space. Well, here's what I know. No one is going to hand us our future.
That's right.
Nobody. We're going to have to work for it. And we're going to have to work together. And that's why I'm here. Because I know the next 48 months are paramount to this district. And we need someone who's got the energy, time, and moral character to take on this challenge. And I'm here to work with you and for you. Because guess what? We are District 3.
Yes.
Yeah! You guys say that with me?
We are District 3!